garments from the early 1900s, it's sometimes possible to figure out exactly what year they were made, and I'm going to show you how to do that. This comes in especially handy if you're trying to identify like when old family photographs were taken. I'm going to start on easy mode with this antique dress. The two elements that you need to be looking at are the shape of the skirt and the style of the sleeve. In general, the shape of the skirt should get you to within like 5 to 7 years of when the garment was made. Oftentimes the sleeve style will give you an exact year. The skirt on this dress is not super full, but it's also not super skinny. By about 1912, pretty much every skirt was like really skinny and pencil shaped, so we know it's from some time before then. It's also not super fluffy, so I'm thinking it cannot be from before like maybe 1905. So here's what you do with that information. You go and Google Delineator Archives. This is an old fashion magazine that was published for like 40 years around the turn of the century. And this first link, Half Thy Trust, has the most complete set of volumes. And you can just scroll through and find the year that you're looking for. I started flipping through 1905 and immediately this does not seem right to me. I think the skirts and the sleeves are both a little too fluffy. Here's 1908 and I definitely think that we're onto something with the skirt shape, but the sleeve is still too fluffy. Basically just repeat this for every year until you find what you're looking for. And here we are in 1909, and I think we have our winner. As a reminder, here's the original. You can see that the buttons match. It's got that scrunchy sleeve. You see the woman on the right has a pretty narrow skirt. And here's another sleeve from 1909. I definitely think that we have the right year for the sleeve. 1909 is probably the earliest that that garment could possibly have been made, but lots of things stayed in fashion for several years, so we still do need to check like 1910, 1911 to find the other half of the date range. While the button motif definitely sticks around into the 1910s, I could not find that scrunchy sleeve anywhere other than 1909. So there you have it. This dress was almost certainly made in 1909. Unfortunately, you can't do this for every garment out there. A lot of garments are not this distinct. Also, just because it was made in 1909 doesn't mean that she didn't continue to wear it into like 1910 and 1911. So even if you were to see that dress in a photograph, that doesn't necessarily mean that that photograph was taken in 1909. Please let me know if you end up trying this technique and whether or not it works for you. It does take some practice, but if you're doing like a genealogy project or something like that, it might come in really handy.